match because I predict these things.
Alexandre Pantoja takes on Kai Kara-France this Saturday in the co-main event of UFC 317. This is for the UFC Flyweight strap. Pantoja, he's been champ for a while now, has a lot of good wins. Brandon Royval, Beneil Dariush, Steve Erceg, Kai Sakura in his last fight, taking on Kai Kara-France, who in all honesty, I don't think that he deserves this title fight, coming in off of a win over Steve Erceg by knockout. But Steve Erceg, he's on like a 3-fight losing streak, and before France beat Erceg, he lost to Amir Albazi by split decision and Brandon Moreno by TKO before that. But Pantoja, he's beat a lot of these guys in the top 10 at flyweight, so I can understand why they give it to Kai Kara-France. They never fought. He's just coming off of a big win over Steve Erceg, who is very high level. So I get it, but I think Pantoja gets this one done. It's hard for me to bet against the guy. Very high level grappling, very high level black belt with a lot of finishing potential on the ground. Really good cardio. Can win wherever the fight goes. Power on the feet. Granite chin. He is 35 years old. He's been in a lot of fights, taking a lot of good punches in his career, but he's only losing to really high level competition, in my opinion. Askar Askarov, Davison Figueiredo, lost to Dustin Ortiz back in the day, which isn't a great look, but outside of that, he's looked unbeatable. He's on a 7-fight winning streak right now. Some of them by or a lot of them by decision, but he does have some choke wins over Brandon Royval, Alex Perez, Kai Sakura in the last fight. Kai Sakura was supposed to be it was supposed to be a stiff test for Pantoja. They had to bring somebody in from outside to kind of some new blood to inject into the UFC's flyweight division, because Pantoja is just beating everybody, and got it done. Dominating performance, got the finish in round 2. Whereas Kai Kara-France, he's got a lot of power. He's a tough dude, got a lot of high level experience. Like I said, comes from a good gym, but he's really only got a puncher's chance in this one. He's got good takedown defense, but I still don't see him being able to defend the aggression and the pace, the takedowns, the power of Alexandre Pantoja, who's a champ for a reason. This will be his 4th title fight in less than 2 years. And Pantoja, been beating a lot of really good guys and looked unbeatable in his last few fights. He is 35, so getting up there in age, just turned 35 though. So kind of exiting his prime, but I think he's got enough to get it done over Kai Kara-France. France is going to have a 1-inch reach advantage. He's going to be 1 inch shorter, so he's not going to be the bigger guy. He's fast on the feet. Like I said, got good power. Had that knockout over Steve Erceg, knocked out Cody Garbrandt, Bontarine. But outside of that, a lot of decisions, and I feel like if this goes to a decision, it's going to go Pantoja's way if Kai Kara-France can't get him out of there on the feet. I think Pantoja's got a really grinding style. He never slows down. He's hard to hurt. He does damage on the feet. He threatens with takedowns. He mixes it up very well. He'll be able to control kind of where the fight takes place, whether it's along the cage or on the ground or on the feet. It's going to be him dictating where this fight takes place. And I think if he wants to get it to the ground, he can. And if he does get it to the ground, I think he's light years ahead of Kai Kara-France there. And I think he can get the submission. So I think Pantoja is just more well-rounded, has the better wins, has the better skill set. He's got more momentum, has had the more impressive performances as of late. And I think he just has more ways to win. I think he can win on the ground, he can win on the feet, and I think if it goes to a decision, he's probably going to be doing more to bank rounds, 3 of the 5 rounds, to get the decision win. He is a decent favorite over Kai Kara-France, minus 270, which I agree with those odds. Kai Kara-France is no slouch, but I just don't think he has the well-rounded skill set and the abilities to beat somebody like Pantoja. Pantoja's 29-5. He's only lost to really good guys, and 2 of his losses back in the day, 2010, 2008 was against Jussier Formiga, who's also a very high-level ex-UFC fighter. So he's been fighting pro since 2007. So what is that? 18 years since he was 17 years old. And he, like I said, 29-5 on a 7-fight winning streak. Kai Kara-France is 25-11, like a very 50-50 record. And has been finished by Royval, by Brandon Moreno. He's just too 50-50, not consistent enough, and shown an ability to get finished against a guy like Pantoja, who's just, he's a dog. He's able to finish guys, get them out of there, or win decisions. And I don't think he's ever been finished himself. Like I said, granted chin. So I don't see, Kai Kara France, the only pathway to victory he has on this one is to catch him on the feet. And, a puncher's chance, because I don't see him just lighting up Pantoja the entire fight. I think if Pantoja starts to get hurt, he's going to bite down on the mouthpiece, get it back, get some respect, start getting takedowns. So I'm going to go with Pantoja in this one. If he gets the finish, I think it's going to be submission, getting into the ground, and just I think Kai Kara France would, he definitely would be at a skill disadvantage there. But I think if Pantoja can't get the submission, he'll get the win by decision. Thanks.